Hello there, friends and followers, and welcome to this live stream. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show, and today we are flying the Mad Dog, the MD-80 by RotateSim. Want to welcome you, Omari. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream, Chicago Skyhawk Speed Check. Scott, hello, my friend, and welcome. I'm doing very well. I hope you are the same. Hello, Rand. It's definitely been a long time. Glad you could make it. Yes, you did hit a milestone. Looks like you've been a supportive member, a VVIP member of the Q8 Pilot channel for 12 months. That's 1 year. So happy birthday for your VVIP membership on the Q8 Pilot channel. I thank you for your support, sir. Waffle, hello. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you, Speed Check. And I will be sure to configure my face cam for the next stream. I will probably have the camera on the instruments and another camera so you guys can see my face. The show, happy to see you, my friend. Oh, I'm at your home airport. That's really cool. Jack Lewis, how are you doing, my friend? And welcome. Yeah, glad to have you with us. Welcome aboard, my friend. Guy Staker, good evening, sir. It is evening in Kuwait as well, so welcome all to the stream. And today I thought of doing something a little different, maybe an aircraft that I haven't flown for ages. The MD-80 by RotateSim, one of the better add-ons for X-Plane 11. Of course, all the news is around the hot start Challenger 650, which I purchased immediately after it was released, and I'm still learning the aircraft. I've done a couple of flights with it, and I will be definitely making a live stream and review of the aircraft. I will be more than happy to answer your questions regarding my thoughts during this stream, but today we are going to focus on this bad boy, the MD-80 by RotateSim. And yeah, I mean, this aircraft is really an aircraft that I really like a lot, and there was a recently released sound pack for it. Unfortunately, the sound pack crashes my sim, so I decided not to use it for the stream. It's really nice sound pack for the aircraft. Now, this aircraft hasn't really gotten much love, I think, from streamers in general, and specifically from myself. But if you search for the Rotate MD-80, you'll find that the first hits that you'll receive are the videos I created of the aircraft. And at the time of its release, it was probably one of the best add-ons for X-Plane 11. Today, of course, it still looks good, it feels good, flies good. It's a handful of an aircraft to fly. Quite a learning curve. Not your regular Boeing or Airbus aircraft to fly, but equally fun and a very challenging aircraft to learn, especially on takeoffs and landings. The texture work by RotateSim is just really very, very well made, and I love the 3D modeling of the aircraft. The aircraft itself looks really good. I mean, it does look like a Mad Dog, especially at the front. But I do like everything that they've done with this aircraft. I think when I've done the list of top airliners for X-Plane 11, this aircraft was featured. And by the way, this beautiful scenery of Atlanta is by Nimbus Simulation Studios, and you can see here that we are departing today Atlanta, and we're heading to Tampa. Approximate departure time is 15:30. We are still on time. Current temperature is 11 Celsius, and altimeter is 3024. All right, let's hop into the cockpit. Boeing Corp, hello, my friend, and welcome. Yes, Scott, the MD-80s are just really intimidating, but once you actually get to learn it, it's actually pretty simple to fly, not as intimidating, but this one is an aircraft that I really like, and I really can't wait for the MD-11, which is, we have a new member Rotanixel. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome to the VVIP membership, my friend. Welcome. Thank you for your support. Glad to have you on the stream. Antonio, hello, my friend, and welcome to the stream. We've got Sven as well. Mr. Hyde, hello, my friend. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Glad to have you all, and thank you for being here with me tonight. So we're going to begin setting up the aircraft. Our flight plan is, let me tell you just a little bit about our flight plan. We are going to be taking off today. We're going to be cruising at 33,000 feet. The average wind is 236.42 knots at our cruise altitude. And we are going to be carrying about 16,200 pounds of fuel for our flight. As you can see, this is a lot of fuel to burn. And Boeing Corp has just become a member. Thank you, sir, for your support. Glad to have you as part of the distinguished VVIP membership of the Q8 Pilot channel. Thank you very much, my friend. Randolph, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. So we are carrying about 16,000 pounds of fuel for our flight, and we are today departing Atlanta, runway 09, left through the bank 2 departure. We're going to be taking the lock transition and then fly direct to Haunted, then direct to Heaven, then it's the Darbs 3 star into Tampa, and we're going to be landing at runway 19 right at Tampa. So let's get things started here. We're going to click here and set things up. We're going to change this to pounds. And instead of entering, left wing, right wing, we're just going to go fuel all tanks. And we're going to enter 16,200 and hit enter. And we're going to do the same thing for the payload. So we're just going to head over to the payload page, and the payload is 29.3. So we're going to put 29,300, and once you enter, you'll get the entire distribution of passengers. So you get 60, 56, and then we need to enter the trip fuel. The trip fuel for our flight today is, let me see here. Trip fuel is 8,100 pounds, 8,100 pounds of fuel. Somehow didn't like that, so let me try 8,000. Looks like okay. 7.5. Let me reduce the payload to maybe 28,000. No, we're just going to put 8,000 here. And it looks okay to me. Trip fuel. Yeah, as long as these are not in the red, then we are good. All right, let's go to the next page. We are going to open the forward door. We're going to open the cargo doors, and we're going to load fuel, load cargo, and load passengers. Perfect. Okay, so we can close this now and start setting up the aircraft. We're going to head over here to the overhead panel, and it's a little different. So the MD-80 is a little different than the Boeing and the Airbuses of the world, but they are pretty much the same. So in terms of starting up an aircraft, you need to establish electrical power. You need to supply it either by using the GPU, the ground power unit, or by using the APU, auxiliary power unit. And then you go through the same flows pretty much to start the aircraft. All right, so first thing first, we're going to zoom in here, and we're going to start our battery, which is right here. Battery is on. We're going to start the start pump here. We're going to turn this on, and then we are going to go and start the APU. As you can see now, the APU is rising. We're just going to give it some time. Captain McGee, hello there, my friend. You only put 1,600 in your fuel tanks, is it? Let's go back. Let's see here. We have 8,000 pounds of fuel, and we have, let's see here, 28,000 payload. Oh, that's right. Thanks for that. So 16,000, 500. There, all right, now we're talking. 8050. Oh, thank you very much for that. That would have created a problem for us after departure. So thanks for that. Really appreciate it. All right, so it looks like the APU is now available. We're going to turn on the APU buses. All right, so the aircraft performs the self-test, make sure everything is okay. And now we can turn on the air condition. This one is more like the APU bleed. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to supply some cold air to the cabin. All right, we'll leave everything here. Looks good. Everything here, galley power, is turned on. We'll leave the start pump for now, and we're going to go to the emergency light and R them. Non-smoking sign is on. Seatbelt sign will wait until the aircraft is fueled with, let's see here. Looks like we are, yeah, it looks like we need to restart the, all right, so let me say start. All right, now we're talking. Now we're refueling the aircraft, as you can see here. Okay, all right. So next up, we're going to put the meter selection here on the captain. We're going to turn the airfoil, no, not that, the anti-fog and anti-ice on. And then we are pretty much good here. We're going to move up here. We're going to leave those, we can test the flight recorder, works well, and just erase it. The erase button doesn't work. Then we can test the windshield test.
Glide slope. Pull up. Terrain.
Ground proximity warning test is performed. We can leave this alone now. We can leave that. We can test the stall speed, maximum speed.
Overspeed.
All tests are good. Test check is good. Yaw damper, we'll turn it on. And let's see here. Everything looks good here. Everything looks good here. All right, so the landing barrow, we are going to set this to, let's see here. So if we look at the weather information here at Atlanta, we've got about 120 degrees, 6 knot wind. We have an overcast at 1,300 feet. The current temperature is 9 Celsius. 4 is the dew point. Altimeter 3032. So we're going to put 3032. 303. I think that's close enough. We'll leave that there. And we are pretty much now done with the overhead panel. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn on the pneumatic pressure. 1 and 2. Perfect. And let's see here. We're going to turn the flight directors on. We're going to set our altitude to 33,000 feet. 33,000 is set. And let's see, we've got Marco. Hello, Marco. Welcome. And Captain McGee says fuel all the tanks. Yeah, perfect. Glad I could help. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Majestic YT, will you get the new CL650? I already got the Challenger 650, and I will give you my thoughts, just my initial thoughts on the aircraft once we are airborne. Let's just get things set up here real quick. We've got 33,000 here is set, and I'm going to set the speed to 250 knots, though that's not the correct procedure, but just so that we don't fiddle around too much with the speeds as we go, because there's a lot of things that you need to do with this aircraft. It's quite challenging to fly the aircraft. So yeah, all is good here. Let's bring up some lights, the FMC and our displays here. All is set. Everything looks good here. Everything looks good. All right, let's go. And we unfortunately you cannot pop the MCDU, so we're just going to go and set things up this way. Position init. We are at Kilo Alpha Tango Lima, and we stick that here. And now we need to set the IRS position. So we are going to come here and select align, and then nav, and nav. And then we're going to head back to the FMC. And now we can select the current position and stick it here. Now we can go to the route. We are flying today from Kilo Alpha Tango Lima to Kilo Tango Papa Alpha. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are Delta 2047. That is a real-world flight, a scheduled flight aboard the MD-80 from Atlanta to Tampa, 2047. And that's the flight number, and we're going to activate and execute. Iris, of course, is not aligned, and with the MD-80, you will not be able to actually align until you will not be able to execute until after the alignment is complete. So what we'll do is we will go to departure, and we're going to select our departure today from Atlanta to Atlanta is 09er left, 09er left through the Bang 2 departure through the lock transition. And we're going to go to the route page. We're going to go to next page, and we're going to fly from the lock transition direct to Honed. And then from Honed, we're going to fly direct again to Heaven. And then it's going to the DARBS 3 star. So we are going to go back to departure, and we're going to select our arrival. The arrival today is through runway 19er right. So this is the one here, ILS 19er right. We're going to select that, and we're going to select the star, which is the DARBS 3. We're going to select the pi transition, and we're going to select the routes, and we're going to now just take a look at the legs page to make sure that there are no discontinuities. Let's go next. There is one discontinuity here, so we're going to clear that, and then it's vectors to the pi transition, and then it's the mirror, that's the hold fix. We can remove this one, so we are going to go to delete. I'm going to remove the hold, and then we're going to go to the next page. That's our runway, and then in case of a missed approach, then we will turn to a heading of 257 degrees to pi and hold at pi for further instructions from ATC. All right, so this is what our plan looks like. We can now execute, I think. Iris still not aligned, so we're just going to give it a little more time to align. I'm not sure that we can actually take a look at the flight plan, but we can try. Yeah, you can't. We have to wait for the IRSs to align. And if we look back here, yeah, we can check on our fuel. Looks like everything is good there. Let's cancel the master caution, and let's bring up our seat. Looks like the cargo is still not ready, so we're going to just say expedite. And fuel is all good there. So we're going to go back and we're going to close the, let's see here, all is good there, all is good there. All right, so let's close the doors. We're going to close the forward door and we're going to close the cargo, and we are now good. All right, so the aircraft is ready. Let's see if we can set the IRS. All right, let me go to initial reference, see what's going on here. IRS still not aligned. Should have been aligned by now. Performance. All right, let's do the performance and then we'll look at the alignment there once more. Fuel burned. Let's see here. All right, so in order to, we can just click there. Zero fuel. There we go. And reserves today, it looks like we have an alignment now. Yep. All right, so if I look at the reserve, Skull Senior Culture Shock. Hello, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the stream. Kamar, hello. I love your voice. Well, thank you very much, Kamar. Really appreciate it. And Scott says, Tampa is my home airport. Well, we have two fellow subscribers, two fellow friends with us on the stream today, and their home airports are featured in this stream. All right, so let's go to reserve, and let's see here, reserve. Where is the reserve fuel? So if we look at the alternate and the final reserves, we've got 3.9, and 2.9. So that's 3 says about 6. So we're just going to put 6 there. Let's select that. And the cost index is 55. Cruise altitude today, ladies and gentlemen, is 33,000 feet. And the current wind is, let's see, the current wind is 126 knots, 120 and 6 knots. There we go. We put that, and the ESA deviation is, let's see here, 5. So we're going to put 5 there. Transition altitude in the US of A is 18,000 feet. So we can click execute now, and we can put this on. Let's see here. No, we need the plan. We need the map. There we go. That's it. Perfect. All right, 18,000 feet. Let's go to takeoff page. The current outside temperature is 12 Celsius. So we're going to put that there. Flex plus 1 Celsius, and everything looks good here. We're going to select V1, V-rotate, and V2 153 knots. Pre-flight is complete, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to click on execute once more, and now we are ready to go. Perfect. Altimeter is currently set at 3032. So we're going to set that 30. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. 3032. 3032 is set on both sides. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to put this on the legs page. And we are pretty much now ready to go. Everything looks good here. Everything goes here. All right. Perfect. We are going to head over to the overhead panel. And now with the MD-80, the lights are located here. So these are the floodlights, wing lights, anti-collision lights are turned on. And the position and strobe lights, actually if we put it on both, only the position lights will be turned on. The strobe lights will only be turned on after takeoff. And that is automatic, so you don't really need to do anything. The strobe lights just won't come on while you're on the ground. So there we go. Everything here looks good. All looks good. All right. Let's go ahead and turn on or call the pushback truck. Now, just very quickly, if we look here, it looks like the clouds have subsided. It was more of an overcast, but things have subsided now. The runway is actually right there. Let me just show you real quick. So this is the runway, the 09er left that we're departing. Beautiful. Nimbus have done really a good job on this airport. I really like it a lot. All right, let's just take a look. We're still on time for our departure, and we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and call the pushback truck, and better pushback, start
Ground to
pushback.
cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit.
There we
Tail
go.
is driving up.
The OK Golfer, which do you like better, this one or the Fly J737? Very different aircraft. I enjoy both of them very much. I really like the 7.3. I like the entire range of aircraft from Fly JSIM. That includes the 737, both and the 727 Advanced, and my absolute favorite, the Dash 8, the Q4XP Dash 8 Q400, an absolutely amazing aircraft. Velocity says, I didn't know this thing was out. Oh, you mean the MD-80? Well, the MD-80's been there for a long time.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Yeah, the MD-11 is in development. That is correct, yes. All right, how about we bring some lights, folks? Wow, just look at that. And we can bring some lights right, where is it? Right here, right there. Panel lights, floodlights, and this should make for a more interesting cockpit lighting.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, let's release the parking brake. Now the parking brake is located here, and now as you can see, the
Start
jetway
pushback. And you may start engine.
is moving away from the aircraft, and we're going to begin the pushback. Absolutely lovely airport by Nimbus Simulations. And of course, for the weather today, we're using X-Enviro. All right, let's start the engines. And to start our engines, we're going to go to Systems A. We're going to open the start switches, and we need to turn off the supply air switches right here. We're going to start with the right engine. And we need our fuel. There is no fuel in the center tank, I suppose. We're going to turn them on anyway. All right, and we're just going to watch the engine spooling right here. And at about 20% of N2, we will introduce fuel. 20, 22, something like that. All right, here we go, and fuel is coming up. Now the engines are starting. Man, just look at this aircraft, just absolutely beautiful. And look at that. I mean, it does look like a mad dog. Beautiful texturing on the aircraft wings. All right, looks like we have a good start on the right engine. We're going to start the left engine now, and we're going to head over here. We no longer need the switch for the right engine. We'll start the left engine now. And again, we're going to wait for about 20% of N2 and then introduce fuel. Is the Kodiak Quest G1000 for X-11 just as good as the Quest for MSFS? Boeing Corp In all honesty, I believe that the Quest Kodiak by Thronda Designs for Microsoft for X-Plane 11 is better
Operation
than
complete.
the Quest
Set
Kodiak
parking brake.
for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The fidelity and the depth of simulation is much better.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
But I will tell you this: there is a lot of limitations imposed on developers because of the Microsoft SDK. But yes, definitely the Quest Kodiak by Thronda Designs is much better than the Quest Kodiak for Microsoft Flight Simulator in my view, and the startup procedure is much more accurate as well. Camille, hello, Q8 pilot. I must learn this aircraft. Well, here's your opportunity, sir. What's your type rating in real life? Nice stream, by the way. Thank you. I am not type rated. All right, disconnect. We need to give this aircraft some fuel here and start the second engine. All right, now for takeoff, I'm going to remove the yoke because I do want to see the, we need to hand fly this aircraft for quite some time. So I do need to see what is going on here. We're going to set the range to 10 nautical miles.
Has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you very much for your service, sir. And let's see here. Everything is looking good here. All right, we're going to arm the speed brake. All right, and we're going to turn off the pneumatic pressure. There we go. We're going to come back here, and we no longer need the ignition switch. So we're going to close the switch guards, and we're going to go to system. For takeoff, I believe we need to go to both. We no longer need the start pump. And now what we need to do is we need to bring back the air supply to the aircraft. And that's cool. Okay, floodlights are on. And we'll leave the wing lights until we are at the runway. One other thing we need to do before we set our flaps is we need to check the CG in order to enter the correct flap settings, or the, beg your pardon, the trim. So today we are going to be flying with flaps. So if we go to takeoff, we can see the flex EPR CG. So the CG is 14. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to come here and set this to 14. So CG is 14, and flaps today will do flaps 11 for departure. And that now we see 14 here selected, flaps 11 selected, and that gives us the takeoff trim, which is 6. And now what we need to do is simply move this until this the center line here of the stabilizer moves to number 6, and now we can see that we have the correct takeoff trim set for takeoff. Speed brake is set. Everything here is looking good. We need to set our flaps to flaps 11. All right, flaps 11 is now set. If we take a look here at the outside of the aircraft, it's taken some time for the flaps. I'll tell you what we have forgotten. We, ladies and gentlemen, have forgotten our hydraulics. And since we had no hydraulics, our flaps didn't work. And now you can see the flap movement. You see, the flaps are coming down. Yeah, no hydraulics, no flaps. Waffle, hello my friend. I really wonder how the details will look on the Rotate MD-11. I'm sure that they're going to do a wonderful job. I've seen some screenshots. Are these procedures well documented? And in general, what is your opinion about documentation included with this aircraft? I haven't looked at the documentation included with this aircraft, but I will tell you, I haven't looked in a while. That's what I meant. I will tell you what I like about Rotate. Let's go ahead and looks like everything is good here. Yeah, we don't need the center fuel tanks, so that is good. Parking brake is set. Flight recorder is off. Of course, it will only turn on after we start moving. We need to turn off the APU bus, and we need to turn the APU off, and everything else is cool. Yeah, all is good here. All right, let's release parking brake. So what I like about Rotate is the tutorials that they include with their documentation. There is sufficient documentation, I think, with the aircraft. Now, how accurate or inaccurate it is, I don't know, and I'm not qualified to indicate, you know, how well the documents are. There is definitely a lot of documentation, but what I do like about it is the fact that they have tutorials that are very easy to follow. Marcin_K77, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel, my friend. And oh, we have a Delta just landed there. Is it a Delta? No, it looks like something else. But yeah, just here's a wing view for you guys. Absolutely beautiful texture work on this MD-80. Not the highest fidelity. I mean, I've seen better, but they're still pretty nice. I do like this aircraft a lot, and I think it is well worth its price, if you ask me. I do like the MD-80, and it is definitely worth its price. Not very pricey. It's okay. The sounds could be better. The sounds are definitely terrible by default. The default sounds are not that great. All right, we are approaching runway 09er left for departure. Now, with the MD-80, in order to make sure that everything is configured correctly for takeoff, we just give it a little bit of throttle. And if you don't hear the warning sound, it means all is good. We are ready for takeoff. VCAS. Going from X-plane to real-world instrument flying and back to X-plane feels surreal. Definitely helped me become a better pilot in real life. Well, sir, thank you very much, VCAS. Thank you for your super chat, $4.99. That's very kind of you, sir. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. And I'm glad that I was an inspiration to you, my friend. All right, here we go, and the runway is right ahead of us now. There we go. Man, look at this aircraft, and look at X Enviro. Looks really fabulous. The new sand pack, the MD Pro came out with supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty good. I've tried it, but unfortunately it crashes my sim for some reason. I've reached out to the developer, but I then got busy, and he probably got busy. So yeah, all right. So we're going to bring the aircraft to a complete stop here. We're going to turn on the landing lights on, and we are now good to go. So with the MD-80, we can select takeoff here. That will set the EPR for us. And let's go ahead and give it a little more power here. I mean, with better sounds, this aircraft is actually pretty good. So the reason why I decided not to do the Challenger today is I honestly need a little more time to understand the aircraft, but I will give you my initial thoughts in a few moments here after we are good. All right, we are at runway 09 left. We are ready for departure, and we're going to give it some power here. And then turn auto throttle. And as you can see now, it says E per takeoff. The shake is a bit too much, I think, but it will stabilize. There we go. Airspeed alive. 80 knots checked. Nice long runway for us. All right, V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear is going up. Flyby. Right, let's not get too carried away here and put the nose down. Trim the aircraft a little bit. And here comes our turn. And now we're going to change the power to climb. Climb E per. Get our trim right here and get the aircraft to accelerate. All right, we want to gain some speed here, and speed check, flaps 0. No, we don't want to descent for sure. All right, and time to engage the autopilot. So we're going to come here, and we're going to select, let's see here, VNav, nav, that's FMS E per VNav climb, and then autopilot on. All right, so basically what has happened now, or what the autopilot is doing, is it's using everything in the FMC to climb and to maintain the movement of the aircraft, the navigation. So everything is now controlled by the aircraft computer. As you can see now, FMS E per 330 is our altitude, our final cruise altitude, and nav track and VNav climb. So that is everything set. Look at those clouds. Oh, that's just epic. You have got to love this. All right, we're coming up to 10,000 feet. We're going to kill the landing lights. And we are going to head over here to the glare shield. We can turn off the floodlights. Wing lights we don't need. Anti-collision and strobes will remain. And we are now climbing to our final cruise altitude of 33,000 feet. We can increase the range now a little bit. So we're going to put it at 40 nautical miles. We can see exactly what's going on. And at 18,000 feet, we'll set barrel reference to standard. The OK Golfer, the new sound pack from the MD-80 Pro came out with, it's supposed to be good. Yep. Greetings from Germany. Well, hello there. Happy fuel flow. Thank you, Lucas. Marson K77. Do you like the new Level Up 737 series? Absolutely, I love it. Boeing Corp, the aircraft fly and have a real-world feeling in XB11, much better than other simulators. Absolutely, yes. I do like this aircraft. I love the way it flies, and I like the fact that you actually need to manage it properly. It's not your regular Boeing or Airbus. So definitely there is a bit of a learning curve there to learn it, and the most challenging thing in the MD-80 is the landing. The landing is very different because of its long fuselage. So it is definitely an aircraft that you need some practicing to be able to fly in the sim. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually very, very enjoyable. I absolutely adore this aircraft. Duncan, hello, my friend, and welcome. So, the Challenger 650 by Hot Start. Now, I've watched V1 simulation stream yesterday, but I also watched the streams by the developer himself. And let me tell you, I am going to make this statement. The Hot Start Challenger 650 is by far the single most detailed aircraft ever built for any flight simulator to date. The amount of detail in this aircraft is absolutely insane. And what Hot Start has done is something that is unprecedented, which is really creating the full experience of a commercial pilot that flies the Challenger. It is very immersive. The sounds are amazing, and the level of detail and the simulation of everything in that aircraft is done to a very, very high standard, and it's so detailed that it actually is an aircraft that I would call this a true study level simulation of not just the aircraft but of the full experience. I mean, can you imagine the actual mobile, as you call the FBO, works on the ground, but then you need to use the satellite phone after takeoff? I mean, just some of the things on that aircraft are insane. The details are just really insane, and I will show you guys. I will be streaming, and I've actually kind of figured a few tricks here and there that the developer has gone to very, very broad tangents to really create a wonderful experience that lets you really experience the aircraft like a real pilot does. All right, let's set the altimeter. Altimeter is 29992, 29992. Come on. There we go, 29992. All right, 18,000 feet. We're approaching about 300 knots there. And as you can see here, everything is managed by the autopilot VNAV climb. Yeah, all's looking good. Perfect. So yes, the Challenger by Hot Start. And by the way, I wasn't surprised. I was waiting for the aircraft to come out because I've seen their TBM, and their TBM is again a study level simulation of the aircraft, sounds recorded from the real aircraft. So it is definitely made no time about. There is a problem with the altimeter with the Challenger. VATSIM made a no time about it. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I'm sure that it will. Cheapskate Simmer, hello, my friend, and welcome. Yeah. So whatever Hot Start has done has really set the bar way too high, and I think this is the very first time we see something like that, something very new having the FBO. Of course, you know, the FBO, there's a lot of programming that went into this aircraft. And the fidelity, the depth of system simulation, the interactive checklist, just really everything is done and it's a new level. It's a new level of fidelity and immersion and really simulation of aircraft systems. The Flying MO, welcome to the VVIP membership, my friend. Glad to have you as member of the distinguished member group of the Q8 Pilot channel, and I thank you, sir, for your support. Welcome. So yes, definitely the aircraft is something very new in the flight sim world, and I will tell you that it will be very difficult to create anything that surpasses Hot Star's Challenger 650 in terms of the fidelity and the depth of system simulation. And on the price point, I have received a lot of questions asking me about the price point of that aircraft, which is about $104 or $114, I believe. And I will tell you guys this: the aircraft can easily sell for more than that. And if that aircraft cost $150, I would still say that it's worthwhile the investment if you are someone who wants to really experience what a real commercial pilot experiences flying the Challenger 650. If you're a casual simmer, that's probably not for you, and the investment would probably be too high for you. But if you're serious about flight simulation, if you're serious about really learning and experiencing what a real pilot experiences in real life flying the Challenger, I would say 114 is a very modest price for the aircraft, for the amount of work that has gone into programming it, polishing it, and really just creating the entire experience. Wonderful, wonderful aircraft. The price is very fair. Hot Start aircraft are just ridiculously good. Duncan, I couldn't agree more, my friend. Absolutely, it is just an incredible aircraft, and I am very happy to see that, you know, flight simulation advances year after year. We're seeing more high fidelity add-ons, we're seeing more depth of system simulation, and this actually gives a lot of strength also to X-Plane as a flight sim platform. All right, we are at 25,000 for 33,000. We're just passing the transition of our SID out of Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go ahead and do a few external views for you guys. All right, almost at top of climb, and yes, Duncan, the fidelity in the Challenger by Hot Start is just wow. It's really mind-blowing to see all those details. All right, all the aircraft vitals are looking good. By the way, we can turn on the Let's see here. Test is here. And we can go to TCAS, and we can go to weather. Currently no weather. No TCAS, no weather. Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with that. 28,000 feet, about 5 more thousand feet, and we'll be at our cruise altitude. We can disarm, by the way, the speed brake. And everything else is looking good. By the way, we never retracted our flaps. The slats were on. Have you installed better contrails? It's very good. No, I haven't, Duncan. Explain Geek live streams. Hello, Q8 from Greece. Very pleased to see you. Hello there, my friend. Welcome. How are you doing? And how's everyone in Greece doing? What's the weather like there today? How did you set TARA? You mean here in this aircraft? I believe it's right here. That's TARA. I did not set it, but we have it now, TARA. Well, thanks for reminding me. Hi, Q8. I still use SFD Global when I'm not running ortho. Do you have any different recommendations? Seems SFD has the most convincing trees. Absolutely, sir. I use SFD all the time, and just for the areas that are not ortho powered, I use SFD Global. It's got great trees, great autogen, all in all the best mesh replacement and autogen available for X-Plane 11 today. Of course, that is going to change with X-Plane 12, but I'm sure that, you know, that Short Final or Mr. X6 is going to remain very active. And they've shown recently pictures of their definitive San Francisco airport. Again, if you're interested in more flight sim news and you want to stay up to date, head over to my partner's website, www.thresholdx.net, for the latest and greatest news on flight simulation. Add-ons, reviews, tutorials, you can find everything there. And they've got also their own store, which I recommend that you take a look at some of their add-ons. Great bunch of folks really running Threshold. TCAS working better with TARA. Yeah. All right, so a few thousand feet now for our cruise altitude of 33,000. So we're almost there, and we're actually not too far from top of descent either. I use Orbex True Earth Florida HD yes, I do use the same. I do have Orbex True Earth Florida. Peter Young, hello my friend. Erson Kara, hello my friend, welcome. Danny Roots, hello my friend, welcome. Bill, hello my friend. I am working hard, absolutely. Thank you, sir. So I do apologize for not streaming this flight yesterday. To be completely honest with you guys, I just didn't really feel motivated enough to do the stream yesterday, and then I realized that both Captain Canada and V1 were streaming last night. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to chill, have a cup of coffee, and watch V1 and Captain Canada for the night. And I'll do the stream today. All right, 1,000 feet for our cruise altitude. As you can see, we have the top of climb. One of the things I don't like in this aircraft is the inability to pop those gauges out. So if you're flying, you know, you have to just kind of keep zooming in order to you know, take a closer look at your instruments. Another interesting thing, there was a developer, a Microsoft flight simulator developer, who's reached out to me some time ago, a guy by the name of Marwan Gharib, and he has developed the Honda Jet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looks like he's made some. Now you can see FMS Mach speed is enabled, VNAV track is still enabled, and VNAV level. So again, VNAV in this aircraft works differently from other aircraft, and now we can come here and set the thrust to cruise level, and all is now looking good. Yeah, so he's got the Honda Jet for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and speaking of that, let me see here. Let's see. Let me just ask you guys. All right, there we go. All right, so let me run this poll here and see if you guys like to see this aircraft. All right, let me see where we are. We are at 33,000 feet. Thrust has been set to cruise, and we can now head over to the FMC here, and we can go to program. And when you hit on program, you'll be able to see TD to TD, 174 nautical miles, so not too far from our top of descent. And if I look at our sim brief data, we're going to be at Tampa in about 30 minutes from now, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, we can bring the yoke back now. Again, in terms of the texturing, I think the RotateSim team has done a pretty good job modeling this aircraft. By the way, it has received a lot of updates. Most recent one wasn't too long ago. But yeah, it's an aircraft that is supposedly tested, according to RotateSim, was tested by real MD-80 pilots. And really X-Plane, I think the SDK allows developers to develop a lot of different things. And it's probably easier and more available to developers to access the you know, the APIs and develop for X-Plane. And it's been a great year for X-Plane, though we've seen more growth onto the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform, and quite surprisingly to me, the Xbox platform has gained the most growth, but we've seen more casual, so more flight sim enthusiasts are really jumping into the hobby simply for curiosity rather than going for training. So yeah, all in all, a good aircraft, the RotateSim MD-80 Professional. And of course, as is always the case, to get the link to the product page on the X-Plane.org, just type !aircraft, and you should get the link to the aircraft at the X-Plane.org store. The hardest thing for me when I started flying the Rotate MD-80 was slowing it down for landing. Absolutely. Absolutely. You almost always have to use the speed brake to slow this aircraft down. It's a beast of an aircraft. Mr. Theslims. Hi, everyone. Nice to have you on board with us, my friend. Rotanexel. Member of the QA Pilot channel. Thank you for your support, my friend. What is your favorite general aviation aircraft? Tough one. I think I have a range of aircraft that I enjoy. I enjoy the Pipers by V-Flight Air. I enjoy the King Air and the Airfoil Lab Cessna by Airfoil Labs. There are others, I don't remember the names of them now. I do like the Phenom. I'm not sure if it's classified as a GA, but I like the Phenom by Airbus, the DA, and the DA62, I believe, and the Lancer Legacy by Airbus as well. There's really a bunch. I mean, if for one thing, X-Plane excels in the GA department, and there's a ton of very high fidelity study level simulation aircraft, and of course the most recent one I do love, absolutely adore, the TBM by Hot Start, and recently of course the Challenger, which is a jet, so it's kind of not a GA but a jet. But yeah, I do like a lot the Airfoil Lab Cessna. I do like the King Air by Airfoil Labs as well. And I do like the entire range of the V-Flight Air aircraft. They are just absolutely wonderful. The aircraft by Airbus are, again, they're just so well made. The sounds, the texturing, and they keep updating their add-ons, and that's something I really appreciate. So I like those developers that stand behind their products. And in 2022, it is absolutely imperative that developers do that, and they keep updating their add-ons. There are a couple. David White, hello, my friend, and welcome. Oh, we have you from windy Southern California. Oh, I miss California. I definitely miss California a lot. Yeah. I was in Florida about a month back, and unfortunately I didn't get the chance to go to California. But yeah, I mean, I really missed those days. I was in Fresno, as some of you may already know, and enjoyed beautiful 10 years of my life in the US of A, specifically in Fresno, California. And yeah, I went to college there. I worked there for a few years before heading back home, and it was a time of my life, really the absolute best time in my entire life I've spent in the US. I visited a lot of the states. We did a lot of visits to Las Vegas. Not that we used to gamble, but it was a lot of fun going to Las Vegas with friends. And Pismo Beach is another nice place to follow if you like surfing. Pismo Beach is a just beautiful place to go, and very succulent seafood in Pismo. Monterey is another nice place. Cayucas, California, is a brilliant place to again go and have fun and enjoy really the beach. And then if you like to see vineyards, I highly recommend Sonoma in San Francisco. That's a brilliant place to visit, really. I absolutely love it. The valley isn't windy today. I'm actually going to spot the ASA at Fresno. KFAT, yeah. Smoke Diddy, hello there, my friend. From South Carolina, hello. And we've got with us Santiago, greetings from Colombia. Hello, my friends, welcome to you. Greetings to all of you from the state of Kuwait. What software do you use to show the info at the top? That's SimToolkit Pro. It's got a tool for streamers where you can show the the flight information. There is also the Benny overlay. Benny overlay is very good as well. And there is the Fly Chrono as well, which you'll see on the Flight Deck to Sim and V1 simulations. They use that. And just in support for Sim Toolkit Pro, I use his tool and his overlay bar for the stream. It's absolutely free of charge, so highly recommend it. Absolutely the best, the #1 electronic flight bag for any flight sim platform. Sim Toolkit Pro is #1, guys, and it's free. Fresno State alumni, you betcha. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, I went to Fresno State, computer science major. I was there from 94 to 98. But I actually arrived into the States in 1992, the end of December 1992, and then I left the States in 2000. I arrived home. Pismo is a great place, absolutely. Whole San Luis Obispo area is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. Do you have a tutorial on FMS? Yes, Smoke Diddy. I have a couple of tutorials. I don't know which aircraft you are talking about, but I do have a tutorial for both Boeing, Airbus, but if there is any specific thing you'd like me to do, then I'll be more than happy to create a tutorial for that. My grandma, Sandra, is it Sandra White? I can't see my screen very well. Was the Dean of Tech Science at Fresno. Oh, really? Oh, how cool is that? How cool is that? Wow. Sim Hanger, hello there, my friend. Welcome. Nice to have you guys. Sim Hanger is, of course, you know him, Mark. Mark is a fine gentleman. He's a kind soul, and he has probably one of the best instructional channels on YouTube for flight simulation. I highly recommend that you give him a few hundred likes and subscribes and go watch his content. He does everything. Explain, Microsoft Flight Simulator, some really fun group flights. So Mark, thank you very much for stopping by. Really appreciate it, and I absolutely am enjoying your videos and your content. Just very high quality, very well put together, and really thank you for your contributions to the flight sim community. I really appreciate everything that you do for the community. Really good. Kajab, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel. Glad to have you as a subscriber and a friend. Speaking of MD-80 is an old but gold aircraft. Absolutely old as gold. All right, let's take a quick look here at our flights before we get too carried away. I just really enjoy, guys, being with you and just, you know, talking about different things while we're in cruise. 97 nautical miles, and we can actually go to the approach. As you can see, we have 108.5 with a course of 187 degrees. We are going to be performing, we'll do flaps 40 today, and we're going to add 5. We actually don't do anything here. We just add the wind correction, so we're going to just add 5 knots for wind correction. And flaps 40, 135, and let's go ahead and set up our ILS frequency 108, is it? 108.5, and that needs to go here, 108.5, with 178 for our approach course, 178. All right, that's set. Oh, sorry, 187. 187 and 108.5, 108.5 on this side, and 178 as well. .187. There we go. 187 is set. Perfect. Mark, you're most welcome, my friend. Rand, go to this channel here and search for your aircraft. I have been following for years. No one better at this than Kuwait pilot. Oh, Rand, thank you so very much, sir. I appreciate your kind words. Really, really appreciate it, Rand. And you've been a long time supporter, and guys, I really appreciate you know, all the friendships that I've created over the years here on the Kuwait Pilot channel. It's been quite a journey. It's been quite an experience, and it's been highly educational and very entertaining. And I've really come across some really great people along the way, and I'm just really thankful for everything that you guys do and for all the support. Planes did not face that because of ecology. Yes, definitely. The fuel burn on the MD-80 is just atrocious. And yeah, they had to phase them out. I mean, I think for the same reason they're phasing out the A380, for example. So, so yeah, I hear you there. All right, let's see here. We're going to go back to the legs page. Let's see here. All right, we are now approaching our top of descent. So if I go to program, 76 nautical miles to top of descent, and I'm gonna hide the yoke here again, and we are gonna increase this a bit. As you can see, there's the top of descent mark on the display, and we need to check the altitude here real quick. So actually, let me do this. There we go. All right. So if we go to the legs page, and we can see the descent, and we need, all right, so 3,000 is the platform altitude, and we can verify this on Navigraph. So let me just real quick, 2,000 actually is the platform altitude. 2,000 feet for runway 19er right at at Tampa. Perfect. Right, let's close that. Yes, the MD-80, yeah, hopefully the MD-11 will be out this year from Rotate. I definitely am looking forward to it. The MD-80 was a fuel star when introduced compared to the Boeing 727, absolutely. I agree, I've been a long-time follower of Q8's channel. I value his opinion on everything in flight sim world. Well, thank you very much, David. I really appreciate it, guys. I mean, you guys are the success. So you have made this channel successful, and I'm quite thankful for everything that you've done. I appreciate your support, guys. Really, thank you for your kind words. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset the MCP altitude. We're going to take it to 2,000 feet. Ah, no. I'm not sure why it did that, but it's not supposed to. Where's the VNAV? All right, VNAV. There. Was it? Did we reach top of descent? I guess we did. All right, well, let's go ahead and do... We're gonna go ahead and descend. And I'm going to set it at the first restriction, 3,000 feet. Bit strange. Darbs. Yeah, we need to, I guess we are at the top of descent. So 100, and then it's the vectors. All right, I think we can go to plan. And maybe we can, yeah, from Darbs, vector to pi. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the, I'm not sure. All right, let's step through. Right, so from pi, Mira, fatty, and then runway 19er right. Okay. So here's what we can do, folks. We can go to the legs page, and we can go next page. We can select Mira and select it here, and we can actually clear. We're going to execute that. Okay, and then we're going to clear, delete pi. Select Mira, put it there, execute, and now that's a much better approach. If we look here on the map, let's go to plan and decrease the range a bit. Alright, and we are going to step through Darbs to Mira. Yeah, that's it's a much better approach, I think. So from Darbs we go direct to Mira, and then from Mira to Fatty, Fatty to Jim Bob, and then runway 19er right. Yeah. That works. Map 40, and we're good. We keep descending. Let's go ahead and grab the altimeter. Will we be doing the Challenger 650? Yes, sir. I will be doing the Challenger 650. I just decided to hold off a little bit and learn a little more about the aircraft. Oh, Mr. Don, hello, my friend. Welcome. I'm doing very well. Yeah, almost there. Almost there. All right, here are the poll results, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Bennett, hello, my friend. Hey, buddy, would you buy this MD-80 or wait for MD-11? Does the MD-80 still worth it? Thank you. Well, I think it's still worth it. And yes, I would definitely invest in this aircraft, but X-Plane 12 is coming very soon, so I would probably hold off a little bit and just wait for the MD-11. I don't know when the MD-11 is coming out, but it's probably going to be a while before it's out. But this aircraft is still worth it. Yeah, it's definitely worth its price, in my view. Okay, let's take a quick look here, and 240, and what is our speed? So we click here, 273. All right. Well, we're still okay. So I'm going to continue now the descent into Tampa. We're looking okay. We need to slow down considerably after we are at our platform altitude. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and set this to 2,000. Oh, Butter Zero FCFA has just, hello from Senegal, just contributed a 2,500 FCFA. Butter Zero, thank you, sir, so very much for your kind support, and for your contribution. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Probably most of add-ons from XP11 will work. Yes. So everything that works with Vulcan metal in X-Plane 11 will more than likely work without issues in X-Plane 12. And I love the McDonnell Douglas aircraft. I just love all of them. They're just really beautiful aircraft to have, and they offer you something a little different from, you know, the regular Airbuses and Boeings that we're accustomed to. So a little variety is always good, and then it also gives you a lot of appreciation for the progress of, you know, the aviation industry. So you look at an aircraft that is probably out of service now. So yeah, it definitely gives you a lot of appreciation for, you know, how things used to work and how engineering has evolved over the years. And I believe I've watched a couple of videos on the MD-80, and I'll tell you, the cockpit is just really rendered to look exactly like the real MD-80. It's done very, very well. Minus maybe the night lighting. They don't look as realistic as they are in real life. But this looks really good, I must say. All right, let's go to Tampa. And at Tampa, ladies and gentlemen, we have, if we look at the weather information, we've got 130 degree, 10 knot wind, and variable and 100 variable wind as well. Visibility is good. We have a few clouds at 6,500 feet, a few clouds at 2,800 feet. The current temperature at Tampa is 27 Celsius, and the dew point is 18, and altimeter is 3031. We are at the transition level, so let's go ahead and set the altimeter to 3031. 3031 is set, and we are now at 16,000, descending to 2,000. We're not too far from our destination now, about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to Tampa. Chase Wayer, hello there, my friend. Welcome to the Kuwait Pilot channel. Thank you for your subscription, sir. Mr. Don, yeah. We don't have a date, Mark, yet. At least I'm unaware of any dates. Phil, hello, my friend. Welcome. Yeah, we definitely don't have a date yet, but I'll tell you, man, I can't wait to put my hands on X-Plane 12. And I'm sure Mark is, from the Sim Hangar, is going to come up with a really nice instructional video of X-Plane 12 once released. By the way, I recently published a short cinematic video of Martha's Vineyard Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, released by Burning Studio, something like that. Really strange name for a development company for flight simming, but you know, the developer has reached out and asked me if I was willing to help them out, spread the word. And yeah, I really enjoyed actually reading a lot about the history of the airport. Yeah, it's published on the channel. Go ahead and take a look at it. Right, 13,000 feet. We're approaching now Darbs, which is the beginning of our star, into Tampa. I hope all the stuff I bought in last year will carry over to X-Plane 12. Anything that you've... Yeah, Burning Blue Designs. There you go, Mark. Thank you very much. Well, I'll tell you what. If any of your add-ons that are Vulcan metal compatible will more than likely work out of the box with X-Plane. So probably you don't have to do really anything to get them to work. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we are going to deploy the speed brakes, and we're going to descend, and I'm going to click here. We are at 240, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an FMS override, and I'm going to take this to 220. So from Darbs, we're almost there now. So I do want to make sure that we have sufficient time to, yeah, 220 is good. We are, yeah, I think we can reduce the speed brakes there. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. Just look at that scene, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful looking scene. And a beautiful looking aircraft too. The RotateSim MD-80 Professional for X-Plane 11. All right, we're approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming on. And you can see here, this is what I've done. So we've removed pi from the equation, and yeah, we are now at 220. And now we are at 900,000 feet, about 7,000 feet to go. We should be fine. We should be able to clear the 7,000 feet and be ready to approach the airport at a decent speed. Just as a reminder again, our speed is for flaps 40, we're going to do 129 knots. Add 5 to that, that's 134 knots. Yeah. XP72, hello my friend, welcome. Glad to have you here. Another great content creator joins the stream tonight. Yeah, guys, please do visit XP72's channel and give him a few hundred likes and subscribes as well. I really enjoy your content, XP72. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. And all right, here we go. We're going to reduce the range here to 20 nautical miles. And let's put this back on. God, I hate the fact that you can't pop the instruments out in this aircraft. There's a restriction here at 3,000. Above 3, and then 2,000. That's for the glide slope, to intercept the glide slope. So we are looking good, folks. Man, you have to really appreciate X-Enviro. Beautiful wing flex. Also the MD-80. Yeah, I do too. Boeing Corp. The fluidity of X-plane is just is second to none. Really, I absolutely adore the flight model in X-plane 11. In fact, my uncle is a real-world pilot, and I gave him the choice. Installed X-plane 11. He installed X-plane 11, P3D, and Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he absolutely endorses X-plane 11. He used to fly only the default Cessna, by the way. He, I think, eventually gotten the reality expansion pack by Simcorders, but he tells me that X-plane 11 is extremely realistic in terms of the flight model. So yeah. Wish they would allow multi-core processing. Hopefully that's coming. Yeah, XP-72. This plane is just really a beautiful plane. I absolutely adore this aircraft. And we are now, ladies and gentlemen, approaching Florida. And this is Orbex True Earth, Florida HD. Man, this wing flex is just beautiful. Just look at that view. Sensational. Tampa, here we come. $4,000. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start reducing our speed to 215, 210 knots. There we go. Quinnerberg, welcome to the Q8 Pilot channel, my friend. Glad to have you with us, and welcome aboard. Thank you very much, Scott. Appreciate it, my friend. Right, we need to extend the speed brakes here just a little bit. I want to make sure that we begin descend to about 134, 135 should be fine. There we go. And that's our turn. Bit of turbulence there. All right, we're gonna turn on the floodlights now, and engine systems to both. And we are almost now at our destination. We're gonna decrease the range to 10 nautical miles. Speed brake is armed. We're still in override mode to about 210 knots. And yeah, we're almost there. That's our turn. All right, we are at 3,000, which is the restriction, as you can see here. So we are going to maintain 3,000 and 220, it says. You know what? Let's go ahead and, 187. Let's go ahead and give it 220. There we go. I think XP Realistic is, let me see if control panel, and if we go and see, it looks like this one. Let's import this one. There we go. Just reduces the vibration. I just picked up any profile that's available for the aircraft, just to reduce the, I guess they're still there. Override at 220. I guess we could use the VNAV now once more. So if I go VNAV, goes to VNAV descent. There's too much vibration there. So now it's going to control the speed, but it's going to take it to 240. And no, I'm going to reduce this again to 210 knots. Actually, let's go ahead and now go to 180. Flaps check. And we're going to flaps 11. Very shaky, yes, definitely. I think it's the XP Realistic preset. So I'll tell you what. Let's see here. XP Realistic. Let's see here. Do we have something else? Import. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's a little better, I think. Less shaking. All right, and we're going to go to, where is it? ILS. We have the localizer and glide slope, as you can see here. And we're going to start reducing our speed to 170. Perfect. And we're not too far away now from the runway, right ahead of us now. And all is looking good. We are configured. Localizer is captured. And the runway is right ahead of us now. I'm going to adjust my view just a little bit here. And you can see the needle moving down now. And at a dot above the center line here, we will lower the landing gear. All right, that's close enough. And we're going to lower the landing gear. And we are going to go to flaps 25. Reduce the speed to about 150 knots. We are on the glide slope and the localizer. I just want to make sure that we have the right. Okay, you can see the glide slope track, the localizer track, ILS speed, All's looking good. 150. Let's go ahead and reduce our speed to 145 knots. We're looking good, folks. All right, let's not get too carried away with those views, and we'll do a replay after landing. Let's make sure all the lights are good. Wing lights, floodlights, landing lights, strobes, everything's good, and gear is down. And speed check, flaps 40. All's looking good. Happy New Year, Peter. All right, here we go. Now, managing the auto throttle is a real challenge on the MD-80, and we have 10 knot wind. We have 130-degree, 10-knot wind, so it's going to be a bit rough, guys. But hopefully we'll be able to butter the landing. So much for your viewing pleasure. So hopefully 1,000 feet. All right, so now time to take over and disconnect the autopilot. So autopilot disconnected. Let's see here. Where is the yoke? All right, let's see here. Try to keep it there, and I'm gonna kill the auto throttle as well. My aircraft. Ooh, I tell you, it's going to be very difficult. The wind is very strong. We'll try to...
400. 300. 200.
Yeah, that was a bit too...
100.
got too carried away there.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Whoa! Holy moly! Reversers are out. Right, let's bring it down to 80 knots. And manual braking. Welcome to Tampa, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I must have broken someone's back there with that landing. The FPM is minus 415. 415, guys. Wow, that was really a firm landing. Yeah, I'll probably need a pretty good massage now after this hard landing. Welcome to Tampa, folks. Not the best of my landings. Nonetheless, we've made it safely here. Let's kill the floodlight. Oh, just look at those textures. Beautiful. We'll take a look at the landing in just a minute here. But by the way, the shake that you saw at landing is probably exaggerated a little bit because of XP Realistic, but it was nonetheless a very hard landing. Beautiful rendition of Tampa Airport by, I believe this is a vertical sim. The scenery, again, you can find the links to the scenery by typing !DEP and AR for both departure and arrival airports. Firm, not hard. Thanks, Scott. The Leonardo for P3D, you mean? Yeah, I mean, I do have the aircraft. I just enjoy this one a lot more. I enjoy the MD-80 by Rotate a lot more. Flying in X-Plane is more enjoyable than P3D, to be honest. Little rough, not too bad. Thanks, XP72. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, Foxtrot 85 is the gate. We're going to land here. We're going to stop here, not land. We've already landed, thankfully. All right, set parking brake. And we are going to kill the fuel. And fuel is shut off, engines are shut off, and this is the beautiful Tampa Airport, Tampa International Airport. As you can see here, a beautiful rendition of the airport. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, coupled with Orbex True Earth of Florida HD, makes for a beautiful scene here at the state of Florida. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a look at our landing. So let's set it here on the aircraft. Let's see here. There we go. I think that's a good way to start it. And let's go ahead and hit play. Just look at that scene. Wow. I think we'll do wing view. We'll do external view. Quite unstable because of the wind. You can see the rudder movement there, just the corrections, trying to bring the aircraft on the center line of the runway as we came into land. Captain, can you show us the FBO? Do you mean for the Challenger? Well, that makes me feel better, David. Thank you. Man, what an aircraft. Absolutely brilliant. I think we came in a bit too fast as well. So definitely slowing down this aircraft is not the easiest of things to do. But here's a look at the landing here as we came into land. Yeah, I mean firm, but not too bad, I think. Look at those reversers. It's beautiful, beautiful aircraft. All right, let's do another replay. And this time maybe we do a wing view. look at that scene. I honestly, guys, I can't wait for, given conditions, good landing. Thank you very much, Rand. I mean, guys, thanks for encouraging me. I really appreciate it. I sometimes go really hard on myself, simply because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like to do things the perfect way, and, you know, and I like to give you guys a good show. So that's, I think, flaps 40. Man, look at that scene. Beautiful. That's the runway ahead of us now. Oh, thank you very much, Peter. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Scott. Really appreciate it. Are you going to do streaming the Challenger? Yes, Peter, I'm definitely going to do the Challenger. And we're going to do the full thing like the FBO. I already purchased the aircraft. I've done a couple of flights. Yeah, what do you expect from the Bulldog? Yeah. 1,000 feet. Man, look at that wing. They just modeled it so well. I think that's a better view. There, let's keep it there until we land. The winds were definitely pretty strong as we came into land.
500.
And what makes P3D unenjoyable? Oh no, I do enjoy P3D as well. I just find X-Plane to be more enjoyable. For one, performance is much better in X-Plane than it is in P3D. But I absolutely love P3D, Microsoft. I like them all for different things, for different reasons.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Look at that wing flex. Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is pretty much it for tonight's show. Such a nice plane, Jake. I absolutely agree with you. I used to have P3D. There's too much tweaking required. Yeah, definitely. Yes, X-Plane with XP Realistic is absolutely great. Stefan, hello there, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the content here at the Q8 Pilot channel. Prayer Warriors, it looks like the impact was on the front wheel. It wasn't bad for the passengers. Well, I guess so, and I hope so. Great stream, Mr. Dunn. Thank you very much. Rand, thank you so very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your kind words and your encouragement. I want to once again thank the Sim Hangar, Mark, and XP72 for stopping by. You're real sports, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your support. And guys, please do visit Mark and XP72 and give them a few hundred likes and subscribes if you will. great content creators on YouTube. And I want to wish you all a safe evening and a beautiful day tomorrow. Tomorrow, I guess it's the working day for most of you. Today was a working day for me, but we'll see you all next time. And my upcoming stream will probably be on the Challenger. Great aircraft, but I will save all the good stuff for the next stream. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.